You guys are inside the muffler of my car this time? What are you guys doing inside my exhaust? I just took you guys out of my muffler. What's happening, guys? The car is very close to completion. My E36 might actually be done hopefully in the next few days. I'm actually still waiting on a few more parts. I didn't get to show a part of the video with the coilovers actually installed. Ow, it shocked me again. With the coilovers actually installed on the car. This is what the true coilover looks like on the back with the wheel put on. So there's no spring over here or springs on the shock now. It looks really cool. I can't wait to drive these. Also, the front, I really like how the front looks. Yeah, I don't have a lot of angle right now, but it's still enough for drifting. That's pretty decent angle for drifting. I like that the BMWs actually provide some pretty good amount of angle factory. Now the whole painted wheel well and new coilover setup really makes this look great. Also, I love the cut fender so you can actually see in there. Then from the passenger side, you can actually see the turbo from the wheel well, which is really cool. My original plan was to install a driveshaft today, but I'm missing a couple bolts. I'm gonna have to either check back in the warehouse if I have them, or go to the hardware store and pick up some bolts. One thing I really want to get out of the way is to install the back hub for the differentials. It's a 6-bolt version. Right now there's a 4-bolt hub on it, so I gotta replace it with this. Then this is the Guibo. I have only 3 bolts, and I need to get 3 more for the driveshaft side. So this bolts on for the transmission to the driveshaft, which that rubber piece bolts onto this triangle right here. So it has 3 bolts, hold the rubber in place, and then from the rubber has a cushion that goes in the driveshaft, goes supported right here in the middle, and then goes all the way back here to the differential, which as you can see I have the 4-bolt hub in there. I need to take this off and put the 6-bolt one in there. The reason I'm installing the 6-bolt driveshaft instead of the 4 is because it's a late model E36 M3 driveshaft, which I have to use because I'm using also an M3 transmission, which has a bigger wheel diameter, so you can't use the regular non-M driveshaft with the M drivetrain. For the fuel lines, I literally have to go from this fitting right here. The lower one is gonna go straight to the fuel filter, and the other one that's on top is gonna go to the fuel regulator, which is all the way up there. You can see the little gauge hanging right there. This is the fuel line that I will be using. As I said in our previous video, I'm using fuel injection hose and fuel injection hose clamps, which has the round part that will not try to destroy your hose. This should look like these. I've installed the fuel line from the main line to the fuel filter. At the same time, I went to check the suspension components, and I forgot to tie in these. Also, there was one of these bolts on the software was loose. Good thing I checked through everything. You always end up like forgetting stuff, so might as well just check and make sure that every bolt is tight and secure. Let's just go over them twice or 3 times if you have to, but don't leave stuff loose. One small problem I ran into is that I can't no longer put the tie bar that goes from here to there because it hits the exhaust now. I may have to fabricate a custom one later. The fuel return line is now installed. I ran all the hose just up there, and now I'm gonna go from top of the car and route it. I finally ran the return line in, so got these clamps already installed. It's out of the way, no sharp edges towards the silicone area or you won't get cut when you're working. Also on the other side, key to these things is ease of access. If you can make it easy to access and be able to replace it with not a lot of things in the way, you're good. Just try to keep it simple and nice. Now that I got the fuel system situated, I have to take the manifold back out so I can install the plug behind the throttle body. Hopefully this time I grabbed the right size. I think this one is an 1.25 and an 1 3/8. It will be a very tight fit. It doesn't just fit there, so I'll have to like probably like play with it a little bit to like get that thing all the way in there. I don't think it goes any more than this. So you can see it from inside the throttle body. It's all the way in there. Now we gotta tighten it. When this expands, this part comes through, so it makes this part thicker. That's not what I wanted, because then it makes this part narrow and just it pushes it out. I figure out something different that I can do to make it even better. I got an even smaller one. That way I can put it from the inside out. And so if I put it through this side and it goes in, it'll expand from the outside, and then this will be all the way in there. That way it can't back off, because that boost is gonna be pushing on it. Since this side is bigger than this side, it can't go anywhere. Can I make sure to put some thread locker on this? That way the nut can never fall into the engine. I got it in. I don't wanna go all the way in, that way it doesn't go past the little lip. So it has a little bit of rubber on the other side. Now I gotta tighten it and see what it does. It's now tight and it works like a charm. Now I gotta undo it, put some red thread locker on it, and put it back on. What would happen if this nut were to fall through? Yeah, exactly. It will go straight into your engine. A little dab of this stuff and we'll be good. I still can't reinstall the intake manifold until I finish putting the wire harness back into the engine. Since I have to wire it up everything on the engine block, there's like the cam sensor, crankshaft sensor, there's the starter, all the sensors for temperature, oil pressure. All of those have to be wired in underneath the manifold, so I don't want to put the manifold and then struggle putting the harness on. I'll just lay it over like this. I also decided to spread a little bit of WD-40 over the plastics to make them look new again. It always gives it a nice shine. Now the last thing I would like to get done today is to install this on the differential. Before I install it, I just want to see, it looks so nice and super clear in here now. Oh, what is that? There's no more sunroof. Yes, I took it off. Decided to take the sunroof off. I got the panel here after I took it off from that thing over there. Now I gotta fabricate some tabs to put this in place. Obviously it's a little thinner than the hole over here, so it has a gap. I can't weld it all the way on the corners, but what I can do that I figure out is that I can put little tabs on here and then weld it from the bottom and then just fill the crevices with I don't know what yet. If you have any suggestions on what to use to fill the gap once I put the sunroof back on, comment below. I really don't know what should I use in there. I know a couple of you guys might actually work on this stuff, maybe on bodywork and stuff. I'm not really that good on bodywork stuff. So please comment below and let me know what should I use for that, and I'll put it on the next video. Or maybe in one of the following videos. There's just something so pleasant about seeing a drift car on full lock. Just look at this. This is such a great view right now. What I was telling you earlier on the other videos about why I cut the tops too, I like seeing this. So you can see your suspension. Oh, you want to adjust the ride height, just go through here. See, look. I can do the adjustment by hand if I wanted to. The tires hit so close to the turbo. But it's okay. I'm having some issues with the compressor. It doesn't want to work right. And I'm running out of time. One of the main reasons I have to go now is because I'm going to Marco's house and I'm gonna install some tires on my wheels. So I gotta do it before it starts raining because the tire machine is outside. Looks like I will be working with you tomorrow. I'm gonna go and clean up over here. I gotta pick up my stuff. I gotta clean up my stuff. You didn't see that. And then I'm gonna go to Marco's house to get my wheels to get my tires installed on my new wheels. I wonder what the reason for this is, but it's always raining from every direction in Central Florida. I've been trying to mount the wheels. for 3 days now. Alright, so this literally turned into the sketchiest day ever, and I really want to go home because it's like there was some spots that was like really hard wind gust. It was so scary back in the shop. I just booked it and get out of there because there was like really hard winds. Like, alright, really hard winds in Florida in the rain, and like that means possibility of tornado. So I'm really getting out of here. Oh my god, this is so scary. Can't barely even go. Look at the road, is all flooded. I finally made it home after that long drive under the rain. Made it safely at least. Didn't sound any crashes or anything on the way. And now I can get my favorite food. You guys were probably thinking pizza, but this is my other favorite food. I actually made this. This is my, it's really hot. It's barbecue vegetable beef stew with white rice. This is delicious. Much better. Now I don't get burnt. Now I gotta figure out where do I put this. Oh man, there's like no room over here. Oh, well, what's this? Oh, so handy. With this, I got my nice little like L shape with retractable parts, so I can eat there, and I can also like rest my elbow on it. Super handy. I love my new setup. No, that wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, that's ginger ale, definitely not beer, just in case. I don't like beer. I can watch 4 different YouTube channels at the same time. And then I can also eat at the same time. You see this, all this light? This is why I need this. I can't do it without my Gunner optics, and I definitely have to have some eye protection while doing so many monitors at the same time. That's why sometimes you guys ask me, why are your eyes like red in your videos? Like, why you look so tired? It's like sometimes the monitor causes me a lot of eye strain. So I have to like try to do this, and plus I don't get a lot of sleep, so I can't like really rest my eyes well enough. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now so I can get to the editing part. I will be uploading shortly for you guys. Hopefully you guys like the video. This is a little different than I normally do, like a little like car plus vlog at the same time. I'll see you guys tomorrow.